Welcome back to GFR. The climax of the original Star Wars trilogy, and perhaps the most important moment in all of pop culture, happens in the Emperor's throne room when Luke Skywalker appears to defeat Darth Vader in single combat. How could that have happened, given what we know about the power of Darth Vader? It shouldn't have, and it didn't. Luke Skywalker never defeated Darth Vader. I know what you think you saw, but your eyes deceived you.
I can't see.
Not only did Luke fail to defeat Darth Vader, he wasn't supposed to. Luke clearly thought that was his mission, but defeating Vader was never the plan. Here's the truth about what you may have missed while watching Return of the Jedi. A few months before the events of Star Wars Episode 6, in Episode 5, Darth Vader defeats Luke Skywalker easily. Between Empire and Return of the Jedi, Luke trains more and does get better at using the Force, but are his abilities comparable to Vader's? No way. Darth Vader effortlessly hurls people against walls and breaks their necks. Darth Vader chokes people to death with his mind. Darth Vader blocks blaster bolts with his bare hands. Darth Vader throws boulders like weapons. Darth Vader is so strong in the Force that he can rip starships right out of the sky. Luke Skywalker never demonstrates any level of Force manipulation close to Vader's. By the time Return of the Jedi rolls around, the most impressive things we've seen Luke do involve Force jumping out of a pit, doing a basic Jedi mind trick, and being good at lightsaber fighting. Luke Skywalker should not have been able to defeat Darth Vader, and even though it may have looked like he did, he absolutely didn't. Maybe Luke was so much better at lightsaber fighting than Vader that he managed to defeat him on lightsaber skill alone. The argument made by fans for that theory is Darth Vader uses a single lightsaber style, while Luke Skywalker shifts and switches styles during their fight, and Vader is unable to adapt. This explanation is ridiculous. Anakin Skywalker was the greatest swordsman the Jedi ever produced. In Star Wars Rebels and in Ahsoka, he's literally seen as the guy in training videos, showing Jedi how to master each style and counter them. We know for a fact that Anakin was a master of every lightsaber style. To believe that he was somehow unable to cope with someone using any style is ludicrous. Okay, maybe Luke was able to beat Vader because Vader was just old. Also a ridiculous notion. Being old didn't hamper him in Empire Strikes Back, where a barely trying Vader employs numerous tactics. Tactics he doesn't try when dueling Luke in the Emperor's throne room. Any one of these minor Force feats from Empire would have immediately killed Luke Skywalker and put an end to the whole thing. Why didn't Vader use his superior Force powers? Why didn't Vader adapt to Luke's different lightsaber styles? The answer is clear. He didn't want to. By the time Luke appears before the Emperor, we know Vader is conflicted. Earlier, he tried to convince Luke to team up with him to take over the galaxy and kill the Emperor. It's also clear that the Emperor is afraid of Anakin, and always has been. Given all that mumbo-jumbo about midichlorians is true, Anakin is more powerful. In fact, it's likely that Anakin Skywalker is the most powerful Jedi who ever lived. Okay, he gets beaten by Obi-Wan twice. I guess maybe we can make a case that Obi-Wan is somehow more powerful, but I submit that Obi-Wan's wins weren't so much about Obi-Wan as they were about the battle going on inside Anakin Skywalker's head. Outside of Obi-Wan, Vader is the most powerful Force user of all time, and the Emperor knows it. We know that whatever's left of Anakin inside that Vader armor has genuine feelings for his son. In Empire Strikes Back, he avoids killing Luke when he could have done so easily, so it's safe to assume that Vader had no intention of killing Luke in the throne room, either. At the moment of Vader's defeat, Luke has been goaded into an insane rage by Vader. Vader did this to get him to come out of hiding, but he may have gotten more than he bargained for. While not as good as Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker is skilled with a lightsaber, and his attack is furious, unyielding, and even reckless. Luke's attack was so over the top that for Vader, the only way to stop his son probably would have been to kill him. And we know Vader did not want to kill him. That means Darth Vader chose to lose that fight to Luke Skywalker. Luke did not win. Anakin decided to lose. That choice to lose, even more than his final act of killing the Emperor, is what truly solidifies Anakin Skywalker's return to the light side. For as much as we all thought Luke to be the hero of the original Star Wars trilogy, the true hero of George Lucas's Star Wars stories, has always been Anakin Skywalker. The original trilogy is the story of Anakin's redemption, the story of Anakin's return from hell. And to make that story work, to make that story complete, it has to be Anakin himself who does it, not Luke Skywalker. In that duel, Anakin was never fighting Luke, he was fighting himself. Anakin took his fate into his own hands, chose the light side of the Force over hollow victory, and became the hero he was always meant to be. Here's the best part. Darth Vader choosing to lose to Luke Skywalker was Yoda's plan all along. He never intended for Luke to win on his own abilities, it wasn't the plan, and never was. Yoda never said Luke would beat Vader. Yoda didn't even seem like he really wanted Luke to fight. Rather than telling him to fight, both Yoda and Obi-Wan kept telling Luke he must face Vader. Luke was told to confront Vader, not fight him, because putting Luke in front of Darth Vader was all that mattered. Yoda was intimately acquainted with Anakin Skywalker. He knew what drove his passions. He knew what drove him to the dark side. The deep irony of Anakin's fall is that it was his intense love for Padme that drove him to the dark side in the first place. That love drove him to evil, and Yoda's belief is that this same passion, that same love, will bring him back. That's why stopping Vader is a job only Luke or Leia can do. Because Luke and Leia are the only family, the only piece of Padme that Anakin Skywalker has left. Yoda believes that when confronted by his children, Anakin's passion to protect his loved ones and his feelings for Padme, the same passions that drove him to the dark side, will also bring him back. It's why Yoda spent so much time focusing on teaching Luke to avoid the dark side, and not so much time on teaching him how to fight.
No more training do you require. Already know you. That which you need.
For Yoda's plan to work, all Luke had to do was resist falling to the dark side. If Luke didn't fall to the dark side, then Yoda knew Anakin would be forced to join his son in the light. Yoda knows Anakin's power. He understands that no one in the galaxy can defeat someone that powerful. The only person who can defeat Anakin Skywalker is Anakin Skywalker himself. The Emperor's plan in Return of the Jedi is very similar to Yoda's. Palpatine wants Vader destroyed. He's afraid of him, but like Yoda, Palpatine knows Vader is too powerful to defeat. So Palpatine puts Luke and Vader together, hoping that he can get Luke to help him destroy his father. Palpatine knows that the Anakin inside Vader's armor will never kill his son. If Palpatine can convince Luke to destroy Vader, Anakin won't fight back, he'll be killed, and the Dark Lord of the Sith would have gotten exactly what he wants.
Take your father's place at my side.
Palpatine fails because in the end, Luke refuses to kill his father. Yoda wins by conspiring with Kenobi to play the long game and position his pieces, setting things up until Anakin is forced into a choice: destroy the last remnants of the only thing he has ever cared about or allow himself to lose. Darth Vader chooses to lose. In doing so, Anakin Skywalker wins.